Welcome back to Good Day Columbia, 7:41, and it's a Thursday, which means we're talking weddings.
Yep, and each week, wedding planner Melanie Murphy takes us through the nuances of planning for the big day, from the right flowers and DJ to dresses and photographers.
That's right. Now, today we're talking traditions, the meaning of the first dance, why you wear a veil, and so on.
Yep, sit back and enjoy. Here's this week's Tie the Knot tips.
So this week on Tie the Knot Tips, we're going to talk about something a little bit different. We're going to look at the origin of traditions that we see in modern day weddings.
My name is Sarah Schell, and I'm the owner and designer of Fern Studio Floral and Event Design. As a florist, you can imagine that my favorite wedding tradition is the bride's bouquet. Back in ancient times, brides actually used to carry herbs and spices down the aisle as it was thought to ward off evil spirits. That all changed when Queen Victoria came into power, and she decided she wanted to carry fresh flowers down the aisle instead of the herbs and spices. And I think I speak for most brides of today and say that we are very glad for that change.
I'm Dave Gilbert with Party Time DJs. The first dance originated from the medieval times. It was a way for the groom, the master hunter, to parade his prey, the bride, around the village, and of course afterwards they would have a huge feast. My understanding is in ancient times, many of these marriages were arranged. Therefore, they thought if the groom would actually see the bride ahead of time, he might change his mind. Hence the veil over the head, and hence him not seeing her until he got to the altar.
I am Josh Peak, and I am with Parkland Cakes. Traditionally, the cake is cut at the reception, and it marks a symbolism of something that the bride and groom do together as their first joint task. Feeding each other the cake comes from them showing their commitment to one another. The tradition was originally a loaf of bread that the groom actually broke over the bride's head. Actually, now the bride and groom save the top tier for their 1-year anniversary, and they share that together at that point. Traditionally, the cake was a 3-tiered cake, and the bottom tier was used to be served at the reception to the guest, and the middle tier was used as a favor to the guests as they were leaving. The top tier itself was saved to be used as a christening cake for the first child after the wedding.
That's some pretty interesting stuff, no doubt.
Definitely, some pretty good stuff.
Did you feed, when you guys get married, your wife, Esther, did you stuff their cake in her face?
No, we didn't do that. We didn't do that, but we did keep the top tier.
Right.
It is in the freezer. Yeah, 1-year anniversary.
That cannot be any good. It's got to be all freezer burned.
And actually, but you know what? If you freeze it the right way, or put in aluminum and then like the freezer bags for zipper lock bags, whatever. Right. It literally tastes good. Like I've had friends of mine who've been married their 1-year anniversary. They're like, Fraendy, it tastes just like the first day.
I love the first dance, a way for the guys to parade the prize around. See, that's because you treat a lady like a princess.
Right, exactly.
Your wife, your girlfriend, you treat her like a queen. And
exactly.
That's what it's about.
To let the world know, here she is, everyone.
Good stuff. Of course, each week Melanie stops by with some great tips and even interesting information.